Who are the personal pronouns? These are the little words like I, you, he, she, it, they. Okay? So pronouns have persons. There are third person, second person, first person pronouns in English. And I'm doing this in Hebrew order because remember our chart goes 3, 2, 1. All right? What's the third masculine pronoun in English? He. Feminine. She. Second masculine. You. Second feminine. First common. I. All right? What are the plural forms of this? The plural is, of he is, they. Of she is, they. Of you is, of you is, of I is, we. Okay? All right, this is kind of a review of third grade or something like that. Now, do pronouns have cases in English? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay? In English, we really have 3 cases left. We have the subjective case, we have the genitive or possessive case, and we have the accusative or objective case. I guess it's generally called objective case. Possessive. What's the possessive pronoun for the third masculine? His. What's the objective pronoun? Him. All right? She is, her, and her. Aren't you glad you don't have to memorize this if you were not a native English speaker? And you're going, well, this doesn't make any sense. Where'd you get her and her, but it's his and him? See? English doesn't make any sense. What's you? Your and you. I is my and me. All right, get it? All right, you can fill in the rest of the blanks. Okay, we're not going to do all this English. But do you get the point? Okay? Now, here's the problem in Hebrew. Okay? Hebrew has pronouns. And if you look on page 81 in the forepart of your hymnal, you'll see a chart of personal pronouns. Okay? And the third singular masculine pronoun that we would translate he is the word who. Now this sounds a little funny, but it's got a nice cadence. Who is he? He is she. Got that? The pronoun for she is the word he. So who is he and he is she? And who's playing shortstop? Right. Look at the second person pronouns. All right? You is ata. The feminine is at. Does that ring a bell at all? Like in the perfect katal, katala, katal, ta, katal, t. What were the plurals in the perfect? If we move over to the katalu, and then we had in the plural, second plural, kittal, tem, kittal, ten. Look at the plural pronouns. Atem, aten. Okay? So there are some vestiges of connection with the verb forms. All right? What's the third plural? This is new information. Haim and hena. Again, the only thing we already know is that maim is for masculine and nun is for feminine. And then we have the first persons. For the singular, it's either ani or anoki. I put some form in parentheses. Those are relatively rare. But for the first common, you need to learn them both. Ani, anoki. And the first plural is anachnu. Anachnu. Say that. Anachnu. Note that accent away from the ending. That always sort of has a nice rhythm to it. Anachnu. These are the personal pronouns, okay? Now, let's just go on through the list. I'll say it, you repeat after me. Who?
Who?
He. Ata. At. Ani. Or anoki. Plural. Haim. Hena. Atem. Aten. Anachnu. There you go. All right? Those you have to learn make flashcards. All right? We have comparable personal pronouns in all of Hebrew. We just saw that we have he, she, you, I, and the corresponding plural forms. Okay? When we're talking about personal pronouns as independent words like who, or he, or ata, or haim, or anaknu, we're talking about the personal pronouns that we've identified in English as being the so-called nominative or subjective case, used as the subject of a sentence. Okay? For all other uses of the pronoun, Hebrew does not use independent words. And this is difficult to grasp at the first blush. For all other uses of the pronouns, Hebrew uses a system of suffixes. More suffixes.